What would Elsa from Frozen look like as a D&D figure? I'm going to show you how. So let's go to the table. I'll show you more. Here's Elsa from Frozen, in my interpretation on a D&D Ice Wizard and what she would be. And these are the colors that I'm going to use. Lawful White, Gelatinous Blue, Ethereal Blue, Rosy Skin, and I also have Frost Blue that I'm going to have in there later. So right here, I'm going to cut off some of this tape that I got blocking this translucent spell. You will see later on in the video. So first, I'm going to take that Ethereal Blue, or Ethereal, however you want to say it, some Flow Improver. You guys know my workup. A couple of drops of Flow Improver, and a couple of drops of paint. And then 2 drops of water if I really want it to be thin. Right here, we're going to bust in that cape to Elsa, or our D&D Ice Wizard. So here, I'm going to use that gelatinous blue, breaking that other blue up a little bit, making it a mid-tone. Now we're going to use that lawful white and make our highlight. And we're going to top down Zenithial style, getting all those places where you would think that it would be brighter than the rest of it. Like I want her robe to be white, but have a little bit of blue hue to it. And there it is. It's looking pretty. Except for I think it needs to be a little bit brighter on these tips and her shoulder. So that's what I'm doing here. And right here at the tip of her robe, you can see it's pretty good. But watch this. Ready? Wow. It's even icier now. Just made that pop right out. That's all you gotta do. So now we're going back to that ethereal blue. Now we're going to use this frost blue that I mentioned earlier. I'm going to brighten it up a little bit. And now we're going to hit her robe, making it a darker hue of a blue, but still icy. Because this is an ice wizard. So we got to sneak in a little bit of blue right there. Try not to get it on her cape. And it's looking pretty good. Now we're going to go for a little bit of lawful white, brighten it up a little bit, making that highlight. We're doing the same thing, Zenithial style, but I'm hitting the edges of her robe where the most, where it's farther away from her body. But still trying to give it that icy effect. There it is. Sneaking it in there. A little bit of air. A little bit of paint. Sneaking it in there. Boom. Hitting them all those highlights. Locking them in. Now, like that looks pretty good. All I gotta do is paint her hair and her face and she looks tabletop ready. Right here, I did her little pouch, and she has a little scroll holder. I did that with a little bit of brown and a little bit of white. Now right here, I'm actually doing a little bit of blue wash, pen wash. Just give it another little contrast thing here. a little bit more depth to it. Make it pop right out. You can see that I did her hair yellow, and I did her spell that she's pulling from a book with a little bit of purple wash. Now right here, I did her hair yellow with the Armor Painter D&D set, and I used a little bit of a brighter yellow to make all her highlights, to make her hair look a little bit like it's like Elsa's. Her hair is a little bit almost like white, but it's still blonde. It's like, I want to call it icy blonde. So I'm just being careful here, hitting it up. And there it is. Now I'm doing her face with that rosy skin. Just hitting it real quick. Hitting her hand. Making sure I don't get it on that spell. I don't want to get any solid paint on there. I want that translucency on that spell coming from that book. Now I'm doing some more edge highlighting, detailing to her dress to make it pop out a little bit more. Like it's completely icy. Now look at that. That looks pretty good. So thank you guys for watching me turn this D&D wizard into Elsa, or turning Elsa into a D&D ice wizard. Thank you guys. So hey guys, if you like these videos, hit that like button and subscribe. Hit that notification button too, so you get notified when I upload new videos. It helps in the long run, and I appreciate everybody that subscribes to my channel. From the deepest bellows of my forge, it means a lot. Thank you, and until next time, I'll show you more.